Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the new class. Today we are having a little bit higher concept, but don't worry, we will discuss that one with the help of the story. Shall we go? It's story number 3. Shruti went to a bookshop to purchase a Hindi book for rupees 150. Name of the man at shop who gave book to Shruti was Manu. Later, Shruti saw that pages from 57 to 60 are missing in the book. Shruti, without taking the cash memo of book purchased, went to the shop for replacement of book. But Manu was not there. Rahmat, who was at the shop at the time, denied to replace the book. Now Shruti was struggling with Rahmat for replacement of book. What could have been the right approach for Shruti? Definitely, she would have taken cash memo, which is the evidence of purchasing the book from the same shop, and her book could have been replaced by Rahmat. As usual, what's the action happens here? Shruti went to the bookshop where Manu, who is the owner of the shop, gave the book, and Shruti finds the book to be defective and goes to the shop for replacement. Rahmat denied to replace the book. So here, who is the purchaser? Purchaser is the Shruti and seller Manu, or shop we can say. Okay, purchaser and seller is here, and here transaction. What's the transaction? What's the transaction? Purchaser case purchased goods or asset. Here it is not goods, it's asset only. Asset book. Okay, and here seller sold the goods. Because these are for selling only, that person stock that one. So book to 4 rupees. How much? 4 rupees. So 152 transactions are here from the two entities point of view. And in the purchaser point of view, that is a Shruti. Shruti point of view, she received what she received? She received a book or one asset. She lose what lose? That is the cash from her wallet. Okay, how much? 150. And in cases of Manu or a shop, Manu is the owner, so representing Manu. Manu's case, he lose that the his asset or his stock book, and he received what he received? He received cash. Okay, in these two cases, in one transaction cases, two elements are there, or two aspects are there. What's that? Two aspects are there in each and every transaction. So we are saying that that is a dual aspect of transaction. So these the concept we can call double entry system. Double entry system of bookkeeping. What is the double entry system of bookkeeping? You are very familiar with the word bookkeeping. So we are using the two aspect and we are recording transaction. That system is called what? A double entry. For that one, basic rules are there. On the basis of that rules and we are rules of debit credit, we are recording transaction. So debit we can say that is a D. Don't pronounce that is a DR. That's a pronounce that is a debit only. Okay. Next one it is the credit. Okay. Credit and debit. Two aspects are there. Receiving debit, credit. Like the rule is there. And these approaches, two approaches are here. One is a traditional approach or English approach. Another one is the modern approach or American approach. As per the traditional approach, we can classify the accounts into mainly two types, personal and impersonal. And impersonal. Okay. So personal means what is the some persons are behind that. Impersonal means no person is there. Personal means personal. We can classify the natural person. That means like human being, Ram, Sham, like that. So natural person, artificial is a Artificial person, it is created by law. It's created by law. It's having the perpetual succession and common seal. It's not a natural person. And next one, it is a representative. Representative personal account. Representative personal account. That means it should represent some person. Salary due but not yet paid. That we can say the outstanding salary. Salary or rent paid in advance. Okay, paid in advance. These things we are representing some person. So representative personal account. So the impersonal account again we are dividing to real account and nominal account. Real account means some real existence is there, monetary value is there, real existence is there. So the majority assets are coming like that, and then that furniture. Okay, these all are assets, including the intangible assets also coming in the real assets category. Cash, stock, etc. all are coming, that is in a real asset. So what's the nominal account? Nominal account means the accounts are having, that is the income, that is our revenue, and next to expenses, losses, profit, etc. Okay, gain, etc. These all are coming, that is a nominal in nature, nominal account. So we can say accounts as per the traditional accounts we can classify it into three: personal account, real account and nominal account. So what's the rule for this one? Okay, rule. I'm saying that is a personal account. Some person are there. So debit the receiver. Debit the receiver and credit the giver. Okay, and a real account, debit what comes in, comes where, in the organization, comes in, and credit what goes out. And in nominal account, debit all expenses and losses and credit all income and gains. Okay, what's a personal debit what, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Nominal, debit all expenses and losses, credit all income and gain. So debtor creditor transaction is coming in our, that is Suresh Prabhu transaction. Suresh and Prabhu. That means in our second story, Suresh borrowed some amount from Prabhu. How much was there? 500 rupees. Okay. In this case, we are going to the one entity, how to record that one. So Suresh, I am taking that entity. In the Suresh case, Suresh received cash from whom? Prabhu. One aspect is cash and he has to give that amount to whom? Prabhu. So cash, one first take the cash. Cash, what is the nature? Real in nature. What's the rule? Debit what comes in. If it is coming inside the organization, debit. So here is came to Suresh hand. Suresh is the entity. So I am writing here cash account debit. We have to write like this. Okay. What's the credit inside? We have to write it to what, right? Then what's the credit aspect that we can write? So who is the credit aspect? Prabhu. Prabhu is the giver. So we can write Prabhu's here. Prabhu account. Don't write the credit here. Why Prabhu? Prabhu is a person. What's the role of the person? Annual account, debit the givers. Oh, sorry, credit the givers. So I give the Prabhu is here. So what's the rupees? I am writing here 150. So then Prabhu's case. Okay, Prabhu's case, what's happening? He is giving that amount, going that amount from his pocket, and that person has to give back that amount. So one is the personal account. Person means what is the Suresh? Suresh is the receiver of that amount. So I am writing here Suresh account debit. Whose book? In Prabhu's book. Prabhu's book, Suresh account debit 150, and then the cash. Cash is the real nature. Real it is what goes out. Cash is going out. So I am writing cash account 150. Okay. So is it clear? You can ask doubt through comment box. So in the modern approaches we are going, as per the modern approaches, accounts we are classifying into 5 types. How many types? 5 types. That is what are the that one is the asset, another one is liability, another one is the expenses, next one is income, and next one is the capital. So I am saying, we are saying the male female like this, we are giving some classification. So like that I am saying here, it is having the debit balance, liabilities having credit balance. This is a rule. That is expenses having the debit balance, income having credit balance, and capital also having the credit balance. So children, listen me. This is a box, one sugar box. Okay, sugar box. Up to here, the sugar is here. I want to fill that sugar box up to here. What to do? I have to pour something inside. So it will get fill up to here. Okay. Instead of this sugar, if I put the salt inside, but it should get the mixture only. That's not the full sugar pot. So here it is the same box with the sugar, and I want to up to here sugar is there. I want to take out some sugar. What to do? Reduce that one. What to do? To remove from something from here. So you listen here. Asset having which balance? Debit balance. That means in this sugar is the asset is here, it's have up to here, it is there, that is a debit balance. So you want to increase, what to do? Again put inside. So here having the debit balance, if you want to increase that one, what to do? You have to again debit that one. So here asset want to increase the asset, what to do? Debit it, again put into that box. You have to put into that box. Okay, if you want to decrease that asset, what to do? Do the opposite, take out from that box. So what to do? Credit. Okay, here what I want to say to you, that is if account having the debit balance, if you want to increase, do the same thing. If you want to decrease that asset, that is the opposite, do the opposite. So liabilities having the credit balance, if you want to increase liability, what to do? Credit, because it's having the credit balance. Do the same thing. If you want to decrease what to do? You have to debit it. Okay, debit the same. So in expenses cases, expenses having debit balance, tell what to do? I want to increase. What to do? I want to increase expenses. What to do? Yeah, debit. Okay, I want to decrease expense. What to do? It's credit. Okay, here income having credit balance, I want to increase. What to do? Credit. I want to decrease. What to do? Debit. Here credit, capital having the credit balance, I want to increase. What to do? Credit. Here I am having, that is I want to decrease. What to do? Debit. Is it clear? So we'll go to that modern rule of debit and credit, and like have 5 fingers. That's a asset, liability, capital, income, and expenses. Plus means debit, and what's this balances? Which one is the balance? Based on we have to do. Assets having the which balance assets having? Asset having the debit balance, so increasing asset debit it, okay, and decreasing asset credit that. Liabilities having which balance? Liabilities having, that is the credit balance, so increase asset credit it, increase liability credit it, and decrease liability debit it. So in the capital, which balance? Capital having the credit balance, increasing capital credit it, and decrease the capital debit it. And the income having which balance? Income also having the credit balance, sorry, income also having the credit balance, so increasing income credit it, and decreasing income debit it. And that is the expenses. What's the balance? Expenses balance is the debit balance, so increasing expenses, what to do? Debit it, and decrease the expenses, credit it. I think it's very clear to all of you. Tomorrow we will say with a new story and with the new concert. Thank you. Have a nice day.